Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Tanky T hitting you with another video today, man, and we got to talk about some cases. Switch it up a little bit, and we haven't really talked about much protection when it comes to the Z Flip 3 because let's just be real, I feel like there aren't a lot of cases out for it in your traditional phone, but we do have a good little pick here if you want something that's kind of a slim protection and then more a little bit of heavy duty protection with a couple little added features, man. So these are going to be cases from VRS Design. Now, I know we got some cases that's outside of the packaging. Two reasons. For one, I was using the black case, and I was using this for a good little while on my Z Flip. And number two, this green one was just unboxed a few minutes ago, but then the people next door decided they wanted to cut grass, and it just messed it up. So this is the start over, man. So we have the two modern series cases. We'll get into those. This is going to be the active series, more a little the heavy duty-ish protection. You have hinge protection also when it comes to this case. And we have the Z Flip active multi-clip. Now I think these work in conjunction with each other. We'll kind of find that out as we go. But let's go ahead for one. Let's go ahead and get into the modern series. We'll get into the active, and then we'll follow it up with the multi-clip. All right, so here is the modern series. Like I said, this is the one that I haven't been using it, but I unboxed it, and this is the second go round. So this is going to be their more slimmer protection when it comes to the VRS cases. Now I did want to point this out because this was in the packaging when I unboxed it, and that is going to be more adhesive strips. And these little strips, let's just place them to the side. These adhesive strips right here go in two places. As you can see there, you have them right here and you have it right there. So if these start to wear down a little bit, you can just replace the adhesive strips. Now, this is of course two-part case, no hinge protection when it comes to this. This is going to be your top side. These are basically going to be made out of that plastic material. It is very grippy. Now that's a plus because we already know when it comes to the Z Flip 3, this thing is not grippy. It's going to be a little bit slippery, man, but you do get a nice little level of grip when it comes to this case. Here you get a cutout right here for that microphone, and that's probably about it. You get the cutout, of course, for the front display. So that's going to be the front. And taking a look on the bottom half, you do get a kickstand with this case. And I really enjoy this kickstand width. I enjoy it, but I also kind of don't like it, and we'll kind of get into the both reasons to why I don't really care for it, but I do like it. You know, it's kind of weird. You have a plus and a minus when it comes to the kickstand. So same thing, kickstand, you have your adhesive strip right there in the middle. So let's go ahead and grab the Z Flip, and let me go ahead and make sure nothing is popping up and doing crazy mess. So let's go ahead and take the top half, and these you basically just want to pop in like a regular case. Boom, you're just gonna pop it in like that. You're not gonna slide it. Do not slide the cases in because I think you can either damage the case, but more importantly, you can damage the phone. So let's take a look, man. Here it is. This is gonna be the modern series from VRS. Now, as I always say, once you get it in, kind of press the top, press the areas where the adhesive is. There was adhesive right here, and then kind of press it right there in the middle just so you can kind of get that adhesive to just bond a little bit on your actual phone itself. So once everything is good to go, let's take a look at it. Here is the unfolding, and boom, as you see, it comes together very nice when it's unfolded. Now, as you can see, let's take a look at the buttons. Now, of course, you don't have to worry about buttons with this because it's just straight click on the buttons itself. Flipping over on the bottom, as you can see, all of those cutouts are spot on. We have no issues there. Completely closed on the side except for this little port right here, which I think may be a lanyard hole if I'm not mistaken. And of course, with this modern series, your hinge is wide open, so you don't get any type of hinge protection when it comes to the modern series. And you know that front of the screen is completely covered around it, and you do have nice little protection over the screen, so you don't really have to worry about if you're putting it on the ground or anything like that, the screen to get damaged. It does just fine. So apologies if you hear the lawnmower in the background. I got to get the video done. They're taking entirely too long to cut that grass, man. So let's go ahead and open it up, and let's take a look at lay on the table protection. Now, I know some of you probably are like, why are you doing lay on table protection on a case on the Flip? You know, we have it mostly closed, but some people like to keep their phone open. Some people don't like to keep it closed all the time, so you got to respect that. So when you talk about lay on the table protection, it does have a, you know, a faint, very, very faint lip that goes all the way around it, if any. So I wouldn't really classify this as a super drop protective case if you were to keep it open. I think for the most part, we're going to have it closed, and if you do have it closed, it's definitely going to be protected all around. But one thing that's going to be wide open and accessible to those those drops will be that hinge. So it's something to take note of. Next up, how does it fit on the phone? And when it's on the phone, there isn't any weird creaking, because a lot of these cases it creaks and does all types of things, but this one is actually good. You don't hear anything when we are talking about creaking and just feeling out of place or feeling like cheaply made. Everything's feels good. Everything feels real good with high quality. Now, one thing that bothers me is how easy it is not easy to pull this apart. I'm really pulling, and you can kind of see it separating a little bit, but you can push it right back together. So these aren't going to come off easy, and that's due to those adhesive strips keeping it all together. So they did a good job. I do not like cases that's easy to pull apart. You have cases who don't even include the adhesive strips that gives it a horrible fit, but this one fits good. You don't have to worry about it coming off. Very, very easy. Everything seems good to go. And how does it feel in your hand? Does it add a lot of thickness? Does it add a lot of bulk? In my opinion, it doesn't add too much bulk. It keeps the phone very thin. And that's what I like about this case, because one thing about Z Flip cases is I don't like running them. But if I do run one, I do want it to be thin. And they did a good job with the modern series when we're talking about keeping it thin and kind of keeping it not as bulky. Definitely gives you that good level of grip. When I have this thing in my hand, I do not feel like I am going to drop it at all. It is very, very grippy when it comes to that, and we can definitely appreciate that. Now, I know some of you may be asking, does it work with wireless charging even with the hinge? And we dropping it down on wireless charging. Yep, it works just fine even with that hinge. That's highly, highly impressive, because I just knew for a fact this was not going to work when we are talking about the hinge. Now, talking about the hinge, there it is. There's your hinge, man. So if you want to watch content like this, and I found myself doing that a lot when it comes to that, because I like flex mode, but flex mode sometimes I feel like this gives me too small of a picture. So I do like setting my phone up. If I'm working at home, I can see my notifications. I can see everything right here looking at me. And also, if I do want to watch content, I feel like this works better in this orientation than flex mode. You see what I'm saying? The flex mode just has that small screen, but when we have it like this, you can just watch landscape and keep it going, and you don't have to worry about bending your phone or anything like that. Now, the hinge definitely, it may feel like it rattles, but for the most part, it's very sturdy, man. Once you pop that in, it's not going to come off on its own. It doesn't really rattle on its own or anything like that. But here's the beef that I kind of have with the hinge. Say, for an example, you are a person who wants to use flex mode. That hinge really isn't going to allow you to get a flat flex mode. You see what I'm saying? Like when it's up, you have to have it at an extreme angle so the weight doesn't flop back on the hinge. And let me see if I can kind of get it just perfect. Yeah, see, it's going to flop down on its own. So that's kind of the beef that I have with the hinge. So if you want to use flex mode, they may say, hey, that's why we gave you a holster, so you can just use it. So you can just use it like this and not have to worry about flex mode. But when we're talking about those pictures and whatever you may use flex mode in, it can become a little bit difficult with that hinge. It doesn't really work in flex mode. So something I just wanted to take note of, man. But other than that, VRS Modern Series, this is going to be called the Ashy Green color, which I really, really like this color. I was thinking it was going to be something completely different when I saw the title Ashy Green, but it's actually a very, very nice color. So let's go ahead and put this away, and let's go ahead and slap the black one on so you can see how that looks on the black Z Flip 3. And here is going to be the black Modern Series, like I said, for the black Z Flip 3. So if you want to keep everything black, you want to keep everything stealth, then this is definitely one that you might want to rock with. Now, I think they may have other colors available as well. You already know the link will be down below for these, but this is going to be the black. I think this one is the matte black, if I'm not mistaken, and the other one is going to be the ashy green. So here it is, once again, VRS Modern Series. Next up, we have the Active Series. Now this looks like it might be a little bit more on the heavier protection side, so let's go ahead and check it out. So this one is called the Sandstone color, and like I said, we do have 4 colors when it comes to this case. And let's take a look at the back. So it has a basic but versatile, premium materials, light, provide maximum protection, slim case, anti-shock, and button sensitivity. So let's go ahead and get into the case right here. And I don't think I've tried one of these on. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what this one is about. Did we get everything else? Nope, we don't get anything else in there. So same thing kind of comes with the last one, which you guys didn't see because I had to start the video over, but you get the installation instructions, let you know about double-sided tape, and let you know about how to install the case, but we're gonna get into that ourselves. So let's go ahead and take it up out the packaging. And once again, here you do get some more adhesive strips there. And ooh, this feels very good. Okay, we're gonna come back to that sandstone because that's what I was not expecting right there, man. I was expecting just a color, but this has an actual texture to it. And I really, really can get down with that. So let's go ahead and get into this as well. So here is going to be the bottom, and here is going to be the top. Now, first things first, sandstone. Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with OnePlus, but they have a sandstone case themselves, and I love it. And this is exactly how that material was made, man. This has a nice texture to it. If you can see the texture through the video, but it has a nice texture to it, man. I really like the fit of this. I definitely was not expecting this. So very nice, rugged protection when it comes to that right here. So let's go ahead and get into it. The rugged case, the active series, has a more of a rugged design. Okay, you have, you know, some little design, you know, just has a rugged look when it comes to this case. You got your VRS Design, you also have your belt clip there, you have these faux looking screws right here, and of course you got this hinge protection. So we'll see how that actually does when we get it on the case and how it actually performs. So first things first, as always, here is, like I said, is that adhesive strip. So let's go ahead and remove this. Put that down, and let's go ahead and slap the top side on the Z Flip 3. All right, so there's the top side. Same thing with this bottom side. Let's go ahead and peel this off, and let's slap the bottom on here. So actually, take that back. Let's slap the bottom on first because we have to get that hinge together, and then we'll slap the top on. There we go. All right, so here it is. Get it all together. Get it all together. And here is going to be the VRS Active Series for the Z Flip 3. Now you can already tell this is more of a little tank style feeling when it comes to this case right here. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. As you can see, the screen is covered and it is recessed in there, so you don't have to worry about anything there. Checking out the cutouts. Cutouts are just fine. Buttons, you're pressing the buttons themselves. This side is completely closed, and on the top you do get hinge protection up here. So that's good to see. And let's see the hinge protection. The motion is very clean. It kind of, as you see, it kind of gets stuck right there for a second as you open it, but it's not bad. Maybe it'll wear in over time. So you do get hinge protection, nice sturdy hinge protection at that. So you definitely should be good when we are talking about the protection when it comes to the hinge on this bad boy right here. Now, next, let's go ahead and take out that lay on tear protection. This is basically just like the modern series. You're not really going to get that much lay on tear protection. That's just the nature of these cases. You're not going to get a lot, you know, it's all good. So not that much lay on the tear protection. Now, how does it feel in your hand? Actually, how does it fit on the case? Once again, no creaking, very solid fit. The hinge, very sturdy. You know, you can kind of, I feel like you might be able to pull it out. You were able to pull it out, but you can hopefully just slide this right back in and go about your day. It's not meant to be pulled out, so I don't think it's going to come out on its own. You actually have to pop that out on its own. So I think it's good. Once it's in there, I think it's good. You don't have to worry about it messing up like that. So it would have been nice, I think, to see the hinge actually attached to the case itself. But I mean, I guess that's just the design that they chose when it comes to this. But feels very solid, no issues at all when it comes to that. And how does it feel in your hands? Man, this thing feels so good. It is so grippy with this sandstone material. Very nice, man. I just really, God, I really love this material. And you can hear that there. It's just so excellent. And kickstand kind of behaves the same, just like the modern series. You know, kickstand is going to give you that same, you know, that type of that type of set right here. And then if you wanted to pop it up, boom, you got that as well. So let's go ahead and bend it. Let's go ahead and slap it on wireless charging, and that also works with wireless charging as well. So this is going to be the active series. Let me go ahead and slap the other colors up there just so you can see how they look. Here is going to be the ashy green. So once again, if you want to have that ashy green, now this is not going to give you that sandstone material, but this is going to give you that same color ashy green as the modern series. So this is a nice little look right here. So if you want to check this out, this is going to be in the ashy green. I really like the contrast with the black kickstand right here. It looks really good against that black Z Flip 3. Here is metal black. Now I really like that sheen, the metal-ish kind of gray. This looks really good. This color is very dope, if you can see it here on camera. So this is going to be what's called metal black. Let's get a little bit close so you can kind of see what's going on here. Metal black active from VRS, and here is going to be the matte black here. So of course, if you want to keep everything stealthy, want to keep everything black, here is the option right here for you. And last but not least, let's go ahead and check out the active multi-clip. Now this is going to be one of those clip cases. If you old school and you need that clip design, man, this is going to be for you. So let's go ahead and take this out, and this might be another active series case. Let's just make sure. Let's just get in here. Oh, this packaging, jeez. So there you go. You get some more plastic. Let's put that to the side. That's going to be a metal black, as you can see right there. That's the metal black. So I think this is just a metal black case right here. All right, yeah. So this is just a metal black case. So let's just go ahead and slap this on. Let's just go ahead and put it on. We're not going to get too technical with this because this is the same exact case that I just shown you guys right there when it comes to the active series. But this one is going to be a clip case, as you can see. So if you need to put this on your belt and go about your day, I think you'll be good. And you can kind of put it both ways, if I'm not mistaken. This doesn't feel, well, I don't know. Let me make sure I'm doing this right, man. It feels like it's coming out a little bit too easy, but I guess it's never going to be upside down. Nah, so you're definitely good. So if you do like rocking that active series, you can kind of pop it in. If you want to do it front ways, if you want to do it protecting that screen, you can do that as well. So this will kind of be a clip. Now this also has a kickstand, if I'm not mistaken. So it does have a kickstand as well. So if you want to, I'm not sure what the kickstand is used for, but I guess if you want to just set it up like this on your desk, maybe that's what you want to do. Say you want to set it up like this on your desk, you can rock the kickstand like that. I'm not sure it's going to work like this. Yeah, I mean, I guess it could technically if you wanted to kind of do it like this. I guess that could work if you wanted to set it on your table like that. You know, might not be too bad, but for the most part, it's going to be made just to slide that clip in and you are good to go. So this is going to be the active multi-clip from VRS Design. Now here are the VRS Design cases for the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. We have the active multi-clip, we have the active series in matte black, metal black, ashy green, and we also have the modern series, which is my personal favorites, in the ashy green and the matte black. So you already know, man, links to each and every one of these will be down in the description below. Do all the YouTube things, man. Hit that like button, comment down below, let me know which one is your favorite. If you're thinking about picking one of these up, definitely hit the subscribe button and turn that bell on, man, because we got tons and tons of videos to go, man. But take it T, I'm up out of here. Everyone be safe. Catch you on the next one. Later.